And if it was me, I'd be there just trying to down smash. Zekin walked up and he just stood there. I mean, on God, just stood there at ledge. Varun let go of ledge,
Yeah.
jumped, Zekin shields, Varun up aired him through the stage, and Zekin shielded it. Took one, small Kirby step down, smash the ledge, that guy was gone.
That sounds straight out of an anime almost.
And I'm like, and then you could see it. I told him, I said, you are a goddamn genius. You are a genius. And he told me, he said,
have you ever considered a different character?
oh my gosh, so
Ooh,
many times. So
Really?
many
This is
times.
a
'Cause
juicy question. I love this.
Because I mean, you're known for the Samus, but is there any like pocket character?
So there's I officially put him as my secondary. I've always said I was never gonna have a secondary, but I did pull him out. It was
Welcome to the MWG podcast. It's season 5, episode 2, or episode 42 overall. Following our theme this season of guests, we're going to have WeaponRaid on. He's coming back. I'm sure you remember him from season 1, one of the, if not the best Samus in NorCal, maybe even all in NA. We don't know yet, but it's looking like it's going to be that way. So, Weapon, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? For new listeners, old listeners, go for it, man.
say old listeners make me feel old. Oh gosh. All right. So I'm FFB CC Weapon Raid now.
Oh,
So
CC.
the leader of Final Fantasy Brothers Gaming, I guess, whatever you want to call that, and another team lead for CC, which is the supporters of CenCal Coliseum, the tournament me and our dog host up in Stockton now.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Did not know there was any tournament in Stockton.
Which the boys in the VC should come check out. Yeah, but when they can, when they're free.
Oh, you don't got to cough, bro. You should just say it straight up. I'm trying to.
If you cough, they might not want to come.
I know. Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
no.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But yeah, Weapon, it's great to have you back. So maybe catch us up on the tournament and, the scene right now, because we've been...
It's been a long time.
yeah.
It's been a long
You know, I'm
time.
locked down.
It's been a long time. I know quarantine's been rough on everyone. I'm trying to just ease the pain, all right? So I know a lot of people fell under, so I'm the one that's trying to pull everybody out. So for the tournament scene, I guess talking about not myself for a second, the CC Central Coliseum scene is a tournament our dog decided and I'm assisting with him to host. It's in Stockton, California, so it is like on the bridge, like pretty much on the line of where CenCal would end, right?
Mhm.
And we've been working with the TOs from Southern CenCal to kind of bring us back together. I know before quarantine happened, we weren't traveling, and that was some kind of controversy we had within each other. And then I remember, I don't know if you guys were there for that, but we ended up having like some kind of I guess you can call it an argument between the regions, and we were trying to bring everybody together, and we were just not seeing eye to eye. I know there was some beef with Modesto at some point versus Stockton, and then it was even and then Stockton and Fresno, and it was really making our scene look kind of weak and not, I could just say, not a good baseline, right?
Right.
We kind of looked like all over the place compared to SoCal and NorCal. Well, after quarantine happened, it kind of struck everybody hard in different ways, especially the Smash community. That might be a Samus player, but I don't enjoy online either. I definitely started offline, right? You guys know that.
Right.
Take into account most of my debut tournaments were your guys' tournaments to be exact.
Right.
But finally we made the promise saying that we would when tournaments came back, we would put in a lot more work, and we've held our end of the bargain. Fresno started hosting tournaments. They hosted a Civil War tournament, which it was like Northern CenCal versus Southern CenCal. Really fun. They've been hosting big monthlies like that as well. I think they've had 3 or 4 already. I worked with our dog to get another venue in Stockton so we could have more than one tournament on the map for CenCal, and we've been running that every 2 weeks ever since.
Nice.
And so it's been pretty well. It's been working out pretty well. I know we still, like, I'm 100% about being safe and being smart about it. So you guys already know that. I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not cutting corners out here. So it's so the community can trust. and a tournament the community can trust and somewhere to build the community back up. Like we definitely, COVID's not been easy, right?
Yeah.
And there are still restrictions we need to follow, and I intend to follow those and still bring the tournaments back together. And then we've been working with, especially like I was talking about earlier off record, was arcading is coming up. Really excited about that, and that's all of CenCal is going to that. So this is northern and southern. This is just one region right now, and we're in the works of PRs and stuff like that, trying to figure out the kinks for that.
Yeah.
And just really excited for the future, I would say.
It's always been complicated because there is, I mean, we're CenCal, but there's a north and a south CenCal.
Yeah, I said the problem is man,
huge.
California too dang big.
That's what I'm saying. I am aware.
I'm like, and I said most of the arguments or discussions, I would say discussions because we're talking normal now, right? No one's mad at each other anymore. But most of the discussions we have now is like deciding how we're going to run the numbers, you know what I mean? How we're going to look at it, who's on the panel to talk about who's going to be the top 8 or how big's the PR is going to be. But we have time for that, right? We still need more tournaments. The only definitive answer I could tell you is we know who number 1 number 1 is.
Yeah. And
we know who number 2 through 4 are, but we don't know what order they would go in.
Oh, okay.
So like as of right now, this isn't really spoils for anything because this is just what's on the table. You could say number 1 is very obviously infamous because for good reasons.
Yeah.
For good reasons. If you guys don't know, he's definitely been killing it in NorCal as well. He's won almost all the CenCal tournaments he's attended to. I think only one he didn't. And the other ones that he's attended in NorCal, he's either won or he's come very close to winning it. And he also was the first player in CenCal to take a win over a PGR player, which was him over Prodigy, now known as Karama as well.
Yeah, wow.
So
that's amazing stuff. I'm glad you guys are back winning.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna work.
Yeah, Infamous definitely, we came back hard. CC, now that we're all officially one crew, we still have our own prefixes, but now that we're all together, we do train together and we do big things. So when you see, our dog, Infamous, myself, Zekin, it's no longer like a separate entity. We all work together. We're all pushing for like a higher standard. It's just very obvious that, Infamous is still above us all in some way. And I'm not too worried about that. I'm still I've always been on the edge of how good of a player I want to be, but then I'm not dumb. I know where I stand, you know what I mean? And not to gloat, but in the CenCal rankings, I'd probably be at least top 4, if not top 5. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just there was a time where I did get mad when I was competing because I think someone called me a Wi-Fi player.
Really?
Oh, harsh.
Really?
And it was like as of recently, just to catch you guys back up on not just to go back on now. So that's CC as a crew, right?
Yeah.
But as myself as a competitor, I did finally excited to come back. I was sick of online. Of course, I'm not dumb. I played online so that I wouldn't lose it, which is a fine thing to do. Online's a great place to practice, not a great place to perfect, I would say.
Okay.
And so I did my job. I kept ready. I played in tournaments. I won some online tournaments. That don't mean anything to me, okay? It's an online tournament. Who cares?
Right.
But I was ready to come back. I came back. I've been doing extremely well. I've made top 8. I've won my first tournament in over 2 years, which
congrats.
was I won the CenCal Sundays down in Clovis, really over one of the players, top players in our region, Woody. And I said I've also made top 8 on all tournaments except for one, which that was the worst day of my life. Let's not talk about that. One was that actually we could talk about it. That one was I went to Rival of Kin, which is a big known NorCal tournament.
Yeah.
And I was ready to kind of make a move, get top 8 and kind of show where I'm at. And I didn't play Smash all day. The only Smash I played that day was in bracket. And I played so bad, no warm up, no, pretty much set myself up for failure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ended up going 1-2 that day. It was a really bad day. So last Friday I went back to kind of redeem myself and I got 7th out of 70 or something.
Oh.
And so, got to prove them wrong. And that, those people that commentate that say I'm a Wi-Fi player, I'm going to let you know damn straight. I do not start on Wi-Fi. This back air comes out a lot faster offline. I'm going to let you know that.
Now, did they know, though, that you started with the Pro Controller?
Oh, you mean the Joy-Con?
Yeah, the Joy-Cons.
Oh, gosh. We don't talk about that. I'll say something about Joy-Cons, and the boys like Trippy and them will always say something like, "Bro, you played on Joy-Cons though," and then I'll laugh, and they're like, "Yeah, he made PR with Joy-Cons." I was like,
you
"Oh
were
yeah,
winning
I
with
did."
them. So I was,
I
like,
was
wow.
winning with Joy-Cons, bro. I had drift on those.
Oh my god! Don't say that.
I don't know how.
You had drift on those?
I had drift on those. I was
Oh,
always wondering
no.
why my raw backers wouldn't come out, and it's because I had drift going left, and that's the
Oh
reason.
no!
Oh my. Yo, drift doesn't exist.
Bro, where's Nintendo, bro? Bring out the Twitter fingers. Hold on.
Oh
But
man,
yeah,
yo, I lost a weapon. I lost a weapon. He had drift on the. I lost drift.
you bro, I imagine if at least I played it in like the little attachment where it puts them together. Imagine if I was freehanding it, bro.
Oh no!
I'm out here like
That's too wild.
that would have been too wild. But yeah, so I have, like I said, I have been a little iffy about how I want to compete because I was, questioning if I wanted to be the best Samus in the region, and then once I noticed that was very possible, if not already happening, based on just the results I've been putting out, I was like being the best Samus in NA again, all that, and that's kind of where my new Twitter tag came from that as well because I did switch from like I forgot what it was like Raid 7 over to like Wrath of the West.
Yeah.
That was also a pull from like shows I've watched too. It was like I really wanted Dragon of the West from Avatar, but it was taken. So get what you get. You know what I mean? You get what you get. So I changed it to Wrath of the West. It was like a form of like Avatar and like I guess 7 Deadly Sins if you want to put it together like that.
Tight. That's tight.
And then like I was saying West as in like I was the best Samus in NA because no, not West Coast. I was saying NA.
No.
Like Western Hemisphere.
Oh,
Is what I was saying. But like I said, I was always in this in between. I think I'm more towards I want to be better now because I want to be the best now because of the teammates I have, right? Or the crew I have, right? Like if you're saying like you have access to Zekin, Infamous, Speedy, Trippy, all these guys and whenever you want, and like we do a lot of practice sessions, then there's no reason to not get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like those are the resources I have. Like other people would be jealous, and other people have been jealous in the past with something like that. So there's no reason. I also told Infamous because I was cracking jokes with them when the second half of quarantine started. When tournaments came back, I told him, I was like, you know what I told him? I said, I set a goal, and I said, do you want to know what that goal was? And he's like, what was that goal? I said, I wanted to be number 2 when I came back. And I said, do you know why? He's like, why? He's like, I said, because you're crazy. I said, you are crazy. I have no idea how to beat you. And he starts laughing. And it was after he won the monthly regional, where I was driving him back from the monthly regional in Fresno. And he was redeeming himself because he lost the regional last time and got second. And he was coming back. And I remember I cracked the joke down there. I said, don't worry, I'll beat the guy that beat you.
Right.
That's what I told him.
Did you take him out?
I did beat that guy.
That's a crew right there.
And I said, and Infamous made the run back because, and interesting enough, if I didn't beat that guy, Infamous had to face him because Infamous actually lost in semis. So if I would have lost, he would have to face the same guy he lost to. He lost the tournament to that month before. But I beat him, so guess who had a fight? Who we got to beat the hell out of? Got to beat the hell out of me. I don't even know how I took a game. But then he went on to win that tournament, and been winning tournaments ever since. He does have, he is a human being, though. I can tell you, he does bleed sometimes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely been a blast. I've definitely been I wouldn't say on the come up because I would like to say I was up there before it ended.
You were.
Yeah. Now I just kind of set it in stone so people remember.
So, this is the fanboy side of me, but how's Zekin been doing, man? Because it's my favorite Kirby.
Yeah, so Zekin, talk about Zekin, man. I talk about this man too often. Taking account, I just came from a voice call. I was talking to him myself. I swear we hang out too much nowadays. Maybe I think I'm rubbing off on him. He's about to become a horrible person. But Zeke and I have a lot of conversation with him as of recently because his results have been back and forth. And I feel like, and I know a lot of us feel this way, I think Zekin's a stud. You know what I mean? I think Zekin's the guy in bracket you don't want to fight. I might be number 4, like top 4 in CenCal, whatever people may think, but I don't want to fight that guy. All right? I don't want to fight that guy. I've beaten him in bracket as of recently. Yeah. But I had to think the entire time. You understand that? Like I was feared for my life. he was gonna end my bracket run. And because his adjustments are that good, he uses his brain. He downloads, like, I can do practice and get better, but Zekin knows how to practice perfect. Like, he knows what he's doing when he practices. He knows what he needs to look for when he's going into a tournament. Who can I lose to? What characters do they play? How do they play? Most obvious, talking about Zekin, is this last Friday, I went there and I'm running over people my first 2 sets. I have to face Varun. Varun's like really well-known Wii Fit, right?
Yeah.
I didn't do my research, and Varun ran me over. I'll be honest. He ran me over. I tried to run him over. It might have been because I just played 2 matches where I could have played him with my eyes closed.
Right.
Prior to that, but I should have changed my mindset going into that set. I tried to run him over. It didn't work, and he used his kit way better than I did. Zekin later on faced Varun in semis, and everything I fell for, Zekin did not. Not even close. I mean, this guy was literally playing dodgeball mid-set and somehow winning. And then he told me, he's like, yeah, Kirby versus Wii Fit's actually really good for Kirby if it's not an even matchup because Kirby can dodge all the projectiles just by pressing down. And I was like, this guy's the genius. This guy's the genius. I think the most obvious, like, to actually, like, put it in perspective for you to, like, see yourself, Varun, when he goes off stage, he likes to play very aggressive, which is weird for a Wii Fit. Usually they just side B. Right? Well, he'll side B. He'll let go of stage and side B immediately, so it kind of puts him a little bit above stage, right? And he'll save his jump on purpose. So what he'll do is he'll jump and either up air you through the stage, or he'll jump wall hop and back air you as he lands on stage, which something I fell for a lot, right? Zekin, on the final stock of Game 4, when he beat Varun in winners, walked up to ledge. Varun let go of ledge, side bead, right? And then re-grabbed ledge. And if it was me, I'd be there just trying to down smash. Zekin walked up and he just stood there. I mean, on God, just stood there at ledge. Varun let go of ledge, jumped. Zekin shields. Varun up aired him through the stage, and Zekin shielded it. And I'm like, how did you know? How did you know that? How did you know that? That's such a character specific, right? Not everybody can hit through the stage, 1. 2, why would they do that? It's so unsafe, but it's because you don't expect it, right? Such an aggressive option. Zekin shielded that, wasn't even worried. Took one, small Kirby step down, smash the ledge, that guy was gone.
Oh, man, this sounds straight out of an anime almost.
And I'm like, and then you could see it. I told him, I said, you are a goddamn genius. You are a genius. And he told me, he said, I know what I was against, and I did my practice. Because you know what happened in losers? He fought Varun again. Varun didn't play Wii Fit because he didn't like the matchup. He switched to Bayonetta, and Zekin still dookied on him. Zekin comes out the set, and I said, damn, you did really well. He said, yeah, I practiced against Bayonetta because I had a feeling he would switch.
So he already knew. He
already knew.
Had the anticipation.
He already knew. I said, you are better than me. You are better than me. I don't know where I am ranked above you. I don't know what they're talking about. You are so good. You are impressive. I said, I don't even know if Kirby's limiting you anymore because you only win with Kirby. I don't even think he could play any other character. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
I do tell him though, sometimes he should just let it rip. I'm like, bro, just run at him and beat their ass. You know what I mean? Like, just go fight them, bro. Go fight them. I say that sometimes because sometimes he's too nice, you know what I mean? Because it's his personality. Yeah. He'll respect them too much. I'm like, bro, if they touch your shield, become Fox. Just up smash, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Like, what are you doing? And he tells me, he's like, yeah, sometimes I forget. I'm like, yeah, just hold forward, bro. Just keep running. Keep hitting them. What are they going to do? Hit you?
Same.
Yeah, like what? What are they gonna do? I said it's funny because Zekin got second at that tournament, like I've said like a million times. But also hilarious side note because people didn't know this. Zekin actually got 0 to death in his first set of the tournament. He got side beat by Incineroar 4 times in a row. Just letting you guys know that it was hilarious. Just want to put that on record. Yeah, they want to put out on record, and. It's besides the point. Did that Incineroar take another stock? No, probably not for the rest of the set.
Right.
But did he get side beat 4 times in a row? That was hilarious.
Everybody get grabbed. The thing is after it happens the second time, You're like, there's no way it would happen the third time.
No,
But what he does,
Zekin walks up and he's like, I'm like, why'd you get grabbed 4 times? He's like, I didn't expect him to press it that many times.
that's what I'm saying. Even Zeke, at the highest level, they know, right? After the second time, they're like, yo, he's not gonna do it again. There's no way. And when he does it the third time, it's too ambiguous. There's nothing.
There's no way, dude. You know what's funny about it? There's so much pressure on. There's no way he'll do it a 4th time because when he did it 3 times in a row, so it was like side B, right back to back, right? Because Zeke was at 0, bro. The next one, the third one, he caught Zekin's jump because Zekin tried to jump out, like run away, and he was jumping, and so he sent Zekin off stage. So you're off stage on PS2. There's no reason to go out there in side B. There is no reason to go out there in side B. You know what I mean? But he did it, and Zekin got 0 to that. It was hilarious. On like after the fact, it was hilarious. During the fact, I'm watching. I'm like, what is this dude doing? Can you stop getting a side bead? And then Zekin, 0 to death them, and then inhaled him, and then when he jumped out the inhale, forward aired him and gimped him. So it was like 2 stocks in like 10 seconds. It was okay.
All right.
But
Zekin had to give it to him. You can't just, you know what I mean? It had to give it to him. Sometimes you get grabbed, and I mean, it could have been worse. He could have got shook, but that's what separates the good and the great players is that he was all right. I got grabbed 4 times. It'd be like that. Let me just real quick. You know what I mean?
He's like, let me put my hands on the controller real quick. Let me plug it. He said, hold on. Let me plug in my controller. I think it was disconnected. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, sorry. I had my blindfold on. Let me take it off. Dude, yeah, that was what was happening out there.
He had the anime weights on.
Bro, I don't even watch Naruto, but I swear, bro, he took those Lee weights off and yeeted them, bro. Across the room. You just can't lock. Sometimes you just can't let those players lock on to what you're doing. You let them lock on, you'll never shake them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I need to go to a tournament. It's been so long. I just want to go and be around like all of that.
Interesting enough, that's what happens at Central Coliseum these days. Like when we go to CC, like a lot of people just go just to go. Like I've had people show up and they weren't playing, and I'm okay with spectators because we're all masked up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And like people will just come to play. Sometimes I've had like a lot of spectators. I've had a lot of people, and it's a lot of familiar faces. You know what I mean? Like you go and sit there, and some people we have like a big projector for the stream, right? People just sit there and watch it the whole time and just enjoy it. Like you go 0-2 in bracket and just sit there and be like, all right, I guess I have a show to watch. Like it's entertainment, and everybody's there that you know. And if you don't know them, you'll get to know them.
Because these people, there we go.
Because these people stay here for a long time. Like I think that's what I love about TOing right now offline. Because TOing online, I've always I've always been the help for TOing offline, but now I'm even helping a lot more. Like I'm more the most I've ever been involved with TOing. You know what I mean? And like it's nice. Like I see like the community really appreciates it. Like they really feel at home, and it doesn't feel like how it used to be, where there was like people arguing on whether to go, or if like you didn't feel comfortable going there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not every tournament's like that, but some as like towards the end of COVID, some of those tournaments were just like not to play. Like some people didn't want to go because just the people that were there. You know what I mean? So like I'm really excited that the CenCal community is really coming together, and we're kind of like we're actually a community for once. Crazy. A lot of work, you know what I mean? From everybody's end, not just my own. I'm not gonna take all the credit, but like, man, dude, I love it. I think it's the best I've ever seen. I can't tell you how many people have come back. And I'm like, dang, dude, I haven't seen you in so long. And that's what CC is really about. Like it's about just bringing everybody together. Like everybody from everybody's different groups gets to see each other again, play Smash, play friendlies, play All-Star Brawl when it comes out. But that's besides the point.
We'll be talking about that later. We'll be talking about that later.
Wave dashing. Wes is like this. Wes tweet. I can see Wes tweet out. This is what I've been waiting for.
I'm saying, dude.
Wave dashing. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm coming back.
I got those. My wave dash is ridiculous. I'm still in there, dude. You know what I'm saying? I've just been biding my time. See, Ultimate's fine. I love Ultimate. But I'm saying I got the movement, and I'm in there when Brawl come out. When All-Star Brawl come out.
I'm really excited for that game. But yeah.
Wait, hold on. So before we move on, so this actually I wanted to ask for Coliseum. You guys tweet about this, right? You guys are tweeting out the Smash GG links and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify.
I think it's on our dog's Twitter. If you guys, I'll probably share it with you guys afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to come and watch, you can come watch. I don't mind. I know it's this. I know it's kind of late notice because it's this weekend. But like that's pretty much like I'm always been okay with spectators, and I had to still update it because people keep paying for spectators. I was like, bro, it's free. I need to update that on the
Hey, let them pay, man.
No, that's why I was like, I told our dog because our dog's all right. Our dog's gonna hear this. Our dog's dumb, okay? And like I show up and I'm like helping, right, setting up stuff, and he's like, I forgot the power cords for the stream setup. I'm like, are you dumb? What do you mean you forgot the main thing that turns on the power cords for the 2 monitors, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's all you need. Like that's part of the thing. That's part of like how? You know what I mean? So he's like, I gotta go. You need to take the money. I said, that's fine. You know what I mean? I go and sit down.
Right.
And people are like, oh, hey, Weapon, nice to see you. And they're like, pay me. And I'm like, whatever. And then he's like, oh, I'm also paying for a spectator. And I like took it and I was like, and I couldn't remember because me and our dog had a conversation about like, do spectators pay? We're like, no, it's fine.
Right.
Spectators can come in. But I like forgot, so I couldn't remember. And they're already handing me money. So I was like, oh, whatever. And then later on, I was like, our dog, we're not charging spectators. He's like, no, they can come in for free. I was like, oh, it's too late. It's too late.
It's supporting the community. It's not a bad.
And I said, well, I know, yeah, like now because now we've turned it around and we got like Ben. I think Ben Q's like helping sponsor with monitors now. Oh, wow. So it is it is helping the community. Like I've never like me and our dog don't just take the money for the venue and be like and not use it on the venue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's still always a couple extra dollars. For spectator fees is just gonna help the venue. I'm not gonna be like our dog doesn't go in pocket and be like, oh yeah, time to go get some food. Yeah, none of that stuff happens. Like I wish it did. But, I'd be like, our dog, go get me some goddamn food.
Yeah,
like,
your honesty is too good.
Yeah, I said like just doing what we're doing. I know. Like yeah, we do it every 2 weeks. So yeah, and then we also like as of recently like when people sign up for like singles. It's been stacked. It's like it fills up so quick because it's so hard to get into tournaments these days. Like they fill up so quick. Yeah. So a lot of guys will sign up, but we always tell them like if you can't make it, let us know ahead of time because when we take someone out, someone else wants to go. You know what I mean? Right. So which is crazy now because before quarantine, you got to market your tournament. Now you just make a tournament, people show up.
Oh man!
Except like, all online. That work, all that work. Yeah. Online. Yeah, online. Yeah, it's online. Well, now online's like going down because offline's coming back up, but doesn't mean COVID's going away. COVID's definitely not going away. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. You're right.
So one thing I wanted to ask, just for clarification, like what consists of CenCal? I know like Stockton, Modesto, and Fresno. So like
God, there was a map. Hold on, it's such. I said one thing to know is it's a blurred line, right? Same thing with NorCal. Yeah. NorCal, it's always been a blurred line, so I don't really get. I'm never always the guy, but like you're not CenCal. No, I'm not that guy. It's not my job to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I said most of the time I know Southern CenCal released a PR and they called it the 559 region. For just for the southern region, and they'd say like, oh, we would call us the 209 region. I said, but we also been in the talks because we weren't talking back then when he made the PR, but we are in conversation and we have like a panel now. But because now what we're doing is we're going to try to combine the results because like I said, I don't want I'm not going to act like yes, it is difficult to put it together, right? Because it's a big region.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of land to cover to be realistic. But I'm not doing this separate PR biz again.
Yes.
No, it's just it's too much. I'm not trying to decide. I'm not trying to draw another line in California. All right, all right. Just give me your damn tourney results. I'll run the numbers. Okay. Like man,
I think
like it can be like that sometimes when they send when they talk about people like where are the regions. It'll always be a blurred line, which it should be, right? If someone's in SoCal, like there is no line where SoCal starts and there is no line where NorCal starts. It's just how it is.
Yeah. I
said, because if it was, people would be like, oh my God, Stockton. And I said, realistically, it's just whatever region you compete in the most, right? If Miss goes to all the CenCal events, and it's always been that way. Does he go to NorCal events too? Yes. And he'll be on NorCal PR as well. If he went down to SoCal events, then I bet him. Then I would assume he should be on SoCal PR as well. This is how it goes.
Yeah.
What events you attend? You know what I mean?
But I think
there has been times where people have tried to make those arguments, but realistically, it's just a not needed argument in the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge area. It's as big as some states. I'm serious. CenCal.
I know. CenCal is pretty much a state, like another state, dude. Oh my god, those other guys have tournaments down the block. I'm over here having to drive 40 minutes for the tournament I'm hosting. Oh gosh. It is what it is. We do what we got to do to make it by, right?
40 minutes without the traffic.
Yeah, I know. Well, on the weekends, yeah, it's usually like, yeah, it's about that.
With the traffic, 2 hours easy.
Oh, that's why we don't do those tourneys during the week. It's too much work. Try to do it on a Saturday and a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I actually looked up the venue for a Coliseum weapon. Is it like what exactly is it, like the venue? Like what
it's
exactly
like
is it?
one big room, to be honest with you. Well, it's not.
No,
big,
okay, cool, nice.
But like the big room, and we have like lines of chairs. It's pretty much like lines of chairs. And what we do is we do all like, if I could draw like a rectangle, all the walls have setups on them, except for obviously the front wall. Mm-hmm. And we fit about, I think it's 9 setups in total, 9 or 10, because you can fit up a lot of setups on the walls. And then you have the stream setup in the front, and then there's rows of chairs that everybody can sit in, and it faces towards the projector, so you can watch the stream setup.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Nice.
Gotcha.
We've been working with those guys for a while. They've been pretty helpful with us. I'm gonna be honest. It's so hard to find a venue that's not so expensive that you're going in the negative just to host a tournament.
Right.
There also was conversations about the price, which I took into account because a lot of tournaments are switching from 5.5 to 10.10, and I had a couple reasons why I did that because I ended up going with the 10.10 situation.
Yeah,
and a couple of the reasons is one, to guarantee the venues paid off. One,
yeah,
because that's like my main priority. There's no reason for like our dog's the one handling the money. There's no reason for him to go in the negative. Two. If there is extra money, sometimes we always give incentives for certain things. So recently, Ardog's always been putting a money bounty on Infamous. So if you beat him, you get money. Brings in other top players, and puts more money on the table for players to earn it. Right.
Right.
Then the second one, the last one is Smash players. We all know, like, not trying to, it's not my job to badmouth Nintendo, but we all know it doesn't get what it needs. Like other games with smaller, audiences make more money.
Right.
So if you have like a tournament and it's doing the $10 fee, the player actually leaves with a good sum of money. So it's more worth their time.
Yeah.
And it's actually like, that's one of my biggest reasons is like, NorCal, like, has tournaments and they have like $5 prize, which is nice for like people that are like younger players and they don't have a lot of money to get in, which I still agree with. But you get second place at a big tournament, like 70 people, you get second place and you leave with like $90.
Yeah.
While a $10 fee, you could leave with $200 is for second place.
Right.
Which is like obviously a huge jump, and it makes their players more worth it, and it makes it so much more worth their while, right? Mm-hmm. Especially for like a people that aren't content creators and they're trying to make Smash their living. That's such like a big step you can make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's better to grind like that.
Everything costs money, man, and a lot of these guys, they should be rewarded for their hard work, right? So,
yeah, if I'm losing and I'm putting in a lot of work, man, the guy that won should at least get something other than a high five.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, this is the truth. It needs to be incentivized, and right.
If everybody could be the best player in the world, everybody would do it, right? But it's not like that. Obviously, you see me, I still suck. So, a lot of work, a lot of hours in Smash. I can't tell you how many hours. Probably somewhere on my Switch, like probably 3,000 hours, and I still suck.
It'd be like that sometimes. There's always room there's that ceiling, man, and a lot of times, a lot of us are trying to get up to that ceiling, push the limits,
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Have you ever considered a different character?
Oh my gosh, so many
Ooh, this
times. So
Really?
many
this is a
times.
'Cause
juicy question. I love this.
Because I mean,
Uh,
you're known for the Samus, but is there any like pocket character?
So there's I officially put him as my secondary. I've always said I was never gonna have a secondary.
Hmm.
And I would say he's officially my secondary because I used him in an actual bracket. I was trying not to use him in a bracket ever, but I end up using him, I think, in Central Coliseum versus Infamous in like losers finals.
Right.
But I like I said, I'm not big on it because it's very hard for me to commit to another character. At the same time, the whole time I should be focusing on what my game plan is. The whole time I'm thinking, was the switch the right choice?
Oh no.
And that second guessing is the thing that's kind of holds me back, right?
Right.
And so I think it's better to have like 100% focus on the character you're using. I decided on Samus because of like certain move sets and certain flashy things she does. But I did pull him out. It was I ended up being Sephiroth against him in losers finals.
Nice. So the FFB.
And I said
Represented.
realistically, like I've always, like I said, if Cloud had a better, I played Cloud a good amount at the beginning, not to a point to where I was like great with him, but at least decent. And I just didn't want to think that much while recovering when I could play a different character that had a better recovery and then just choose to play better neutral right after that.
Mhm.
And Samus was the one I ended up falling on. Sephiroth came out. I've labbed him a little bit and I've gotten comfortable with him, but I always will have my doubts, right? When it's a different character. It means a whole different neutral play, a whole different way I need to recover,
Mhm.
a whole different way I need to react when it comes to DIing because of the weight difference, right? Now that I'm so ding light.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I died to like I think Infamous beat me 3-0. They were all close games in that set. And the thing which really shows that I don't know how to DI with that character
Mhm.
was I died at I think 50 before hit
Mhm.
on the right side of town by a nair from Captain Falcon.
Were you off stage at that point, or just?
Yeah, I was above the platform on the right side,
Oh wow.
and I was set, and I was so I want you to know how close, how far. Like I was close to blast him, but I wasn't that close. Okay,
Yeah.
and he falling up aired me, and I didn't think about it. I didn't think that nair would kill me, so I was like okay getting hit by it, and he naired me, and I died, and I was like what? So like my DI it's a whole different monster because once you're lighter you're gonna go farther so you can DI out of stuff like that. Like I could have DI'd right and not gotten hit by both hits.
Right.
But as Samus I wouldn't have been able because I wouldn't have gone that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those thoughts. I will always be representing Samus in some way or another. I think if I ever make it to like a big stage,
Mhm.
like doing decent at a major, which I am going to my first one, which will be Genesis.
Oh, nice.
My first one ever. But if I ever do well and something of that stature, it will be with Samus. It won't be with anybody else.
Yeah. No, you gotta rep the Samus, man. Best Samus NA. Best Samus NorCal for sure.
Always, always.
My biggest question is like, Samus, she has the projectiles, and then Sephiroth has the disjointed hitboxes. How do you transition between those two types of playstyles?
That's the hardest thing. Well, I said the crazy thing is,
Mhm.
actually, which is gonna sound weird, is I actually have to play patient with Sephiroth, while with Samus, I don't usually do that.
Huh.
And it's because Samus, I've done a lot of labbing as of recently, as the past couple months, and have checked the frame data and noticed that a lot of Samus's normals are fast as hell. Faster than they should be. Maybe they could be faster. I'd like it like that. But Samus has the fastest is tied for the fastest F smash in the game at frame 10.
Wow.
Mhm.
She charge shot has a certain amount of shield lag, meaning that if I have the right size charge shot, if I shoot it, you can't do nothing and I can F smash you right after.
Mhm.
So a lot of something that shouldn't make sense for a projectile character is now there in my kit, right?
Right.
Down air covers a lot of my landings because it's just such a big hitbox. Weird things that should be for like Sephiroth, like someone that you would think would be a little bit more up close or more in your face. While Sephiroth, the reason he doesn't have to be in your face is because of his range,
Mhm.
and playing patient would be the right thing, right? Poke while you're safe. When he makes a mistake, then poke and continue on with the combo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real big on whiff punishing. While Samus, I can just keep the pressure on for a lot of the casts. all the casts, I could keep just running towards you, and every once in a while put a projectile in your way, and it'll make your life like a living hell, and literally me enjoy the game like to 100% kind of thing. So that's the hard thing is sometimes I have to remember like your kit's not the same. You need to calm down. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be that close with Seth Roth, and sometimes I'm over here acting like I'm gonna run him down or run him over when I should be, taking my time.
Yeah, it adds one more level of mix-up too, because when a Smash player thinks about when they got to play Weapon Raid, now they got to worry about Seth Roth. And speaking of when a Smash player thinks about playing Weapon Raid, we got to bring up the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. So I know as of recently, bringing it back, of course, I'm bringing it all back.
Yeah.
Streaming full time, YouTube full time, trying my hardest. It just like I remember, YouTube's always been good to me, but it takes some time. I know everybody knows it takes some time to make some content on there.
It does,
and so I do enjoy it. It is fun. It just takes a lot of my time while streaming doesn't, but I enjoy both. Like I said earlier, I ended up taking a break. Family got sick. I went down. I got sick pretty bad too when I got it. And I ended up taking way too much time. I thought it was going to be like a week off. I ended up taking, I don't know how many months off from content creation. And that's on me. Biggest thing about being a content creator is about being consistent. And for people that are starting new, that haven't gotten a following or you want a following or anything, whatever they're looking for, if they want to be weird like me, you just need to be consistent. Being consistent and keep putting content out there and making adjustments on the way. Like the biggest thing is just putting content out there. If you don't like a lot of things you got to do is just click go live, start stream, post, upload video. You know what I mean? And it sounds like an easy thing, but it's hard when you don't have anything to put out there.
Oh, it's hard. Period, man.
Yeah. And I said, I know during quarantine, it really hit me down in the dumps. I was there like, man, I don't want to. Which I think everybody felt, man. I don't know what games to play. I don't really feel like playing this anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody's at home. What are we doing? Everybody went through that. Everybody did. Now, it's your choice if you want to keep doing that or if you want to change it. It's your choice. A lot of people don't realize that at the moment. And I understand that because, like I said, 3 months of no content? Maybe 4? Same thing. I went through the same thing. I almost put down the game. Almost walked away from Smash.
Oh, no.
At that point. And I said, but, that's why you have crews. That's why you have friends. That's why you have people around you to help you around those things, right? Like I said, I use Infamous as an example, saying like he was human. It's because he is.
Yeah.
He's my friend. We still compete together. He might beat me. He might be the best in the region. He still needs practice. He still needs to be ready for a tournament. He still will have nerves. He still loses to people. No game starts off with him winning. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I said he's worked his way up there. He deserves to be where he's at.
Oh, yeah.
So at the same time, like I have the same thing. Like when people were say like when I'm coming back to content and I'm opening my ranges to what games I want to play, it's because I don't want to sit around anymore. I had my time to sit. Time for me to be out there and and to be honest, it's time for me to be out there and win.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been following the YouTube channel. I love the skits.
I actually think I was writing a script. I'm working on a script for a new one. I said the interesting thing. I don't know if you guys remember my brother Mako, but he's the one that usually films all my stuff, and then I do the editing. So me and Mako have to get together to do that. So I'm writing up a new one. But we'll see. We'll see when the next time is coming out. I usually try to make them as cringy as possible, though, because that's chef's kiss beautiful, and and I'm gonna widen the range of games as well. I really enjoy. I know I know you guys have said you guys have been keeping up, but I've really been trying to broaden my range. I've been I think the thing I was trying as of recently, which I'm still doing, is trying to prove that you could be a good player in more than one game. Yes, I feel like a lot of players kind of like. I feel like Wes understands this because Wes definitely is. Wes, I think what was your first game? You played CS:GO and League, right?
Oh no, I did not play CS:GO or League. I like this guy, but no, not even close. But I have played very many games, and I just like to delve into them You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm just like, when you're a competitor, right? You're just gonna find a way to be good at whatever it is you know what I mean? I've been playing fighting games since like I think I started in like 2010, like Street Fighter 4, and then from there, I was just like, dude, like I just want to wherever the competition is, I want to be there. That's how I discovered Smash. Like I didn't even play like I played Smash growing up, but I didn't play it. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until that doc came out, right? And I was like, oh, I want to play Melee too. That looked fun. And then Ultimate came out, or Smash 4 came out, and Ultimate, and I was like, dude, I want to be there too, you know? So even though it's not my main game, I was trying to be good. You know what I mean? And Weapon, you know that you know, you know, I've definitely not a lot of noise, but I just be doing random stuff in the bracket, right? Like
Sometimes
randomly.
it works. Sometimes it worked though. That's the
Sometimes it
thing.
works. Sometimes I randomly beat Akaten did that one time. You know, and sometimes some people
I
get a little
I
tight.
might have to save the audio. I'm gonna have to send it to him. Hold on.
Yeah, the 45-minute
I'll
mark.
I'll be like, hey, so I know you're retired, but I heard you're free.
Oh no, stop. I'll respect him because I got body the next time. It's okay. I got body the next time.
But
But
yeah, I
yeah,
think
no,
that's
you
a
can.
big thing. That's some big thing I wanted to be making. Like there was two things when I made content. Something I wanted to prove on the internet is the first thing I wanted to prove when I first started making content is that you could be healthy and fit while making content about games.
Absolutely.
And it was working at the beginning, but like there's always some stump where I ran into and like I end up stopping. But at the same time, that's still one of my goals. Like I always tell my viewers, like be healthy, be happy. You know what I mean? And like ways to do that. But also, I wanted to prove is you could be better than the average person at least, maybe even further in more than one game, right? I know as of recently, I've been touching on Apex, I've been touching on Pokemon Unite. There's a lot of games I've been touching on, I think, and like I've been enjoying it as well. I haven't been pushing myself that hard. I definitely have. I was pushing Apex pretty hard like those past couple weeks. Apex's servers haven't been too great, so I stopped for a while. But yeah, I was pushing my limits on that game because I'm so close to like the highest ranking for or the second to highest ranking in Apex.
Yo, well, that's what's up.
But I think like I want to show people that it's definitely the mindset. Your mindset is what will get. It doesn't matter what type of game, your mindset is what will get you there. Like that's if you have that type of pattern or strategy going in, you can go through everything, right? You can get a game, download a game, go through a tutorial, and start putting things together that a above average player can do. And with a decent amount of time, you could be up there in the ranks. And how far you want to take it is how far you want to take it, right? Like if I get to the highest rank at Apex, do I want to keep going? Do I want to go for number one? Am I going to do that? Of course not. I'd go crazy. But like I would lose all my time for Smash, right? I can't do that.
Right.
Right. Too far into Smash for me to just drop it like that at this time, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like how far can I get? And I think that's something very interesting I've been learning when compared to like Smash. Which interesting, Smash wasn't my first competitive genre, so it makes sense.
It wasn't?
No. I was actually surprisingly I was a first person shooter player.
Okay.
And I used to play Halo a lot. A lot more than I should have.
Okay, so the
Halo 2
Samus
is a
pick
little my thing.
It's making a lot more sense now. Sci-fi shooter, it's perfect.
Hey, I played Metroid Prime back in its day too.
Okay.
It was a great game. Great game. Love that game. I actually wish I still had it.
Wait, hold up, real quick. You getting that new Metroid coming out? What?
Yes, Metroid Dread, of course.
Oh, let's go, yo.
Looks so clean for like
I'm saying.
for like a platformer, dude. I finally got to play Metroid Fusion, and it's literally just Metroid Fusion, but with like everything from all the other games. Like it looks so good. It looks, Samus the babe, dude. She killing the game, dude, right now.
Yo, let's go. I'm so hyped, man. Like I did not grow up playing Metroid, so when I seen the trailer, I was like, oh man, I gotta have this. This looks like fire.
Okay, my expansion on game types is really open since quarantine because all the boys have been recommending different games. So I was like, I'll try them all, and I've enjoyed a lot of games that I usually wouldn't have, you know what I mean, or I would never given a chance. Like platformers, I usually would be like, it's all right. But now I play games like that. I played Metroid Fusion. I played Hollow Knight. I played a ton of games, and I'm like, man, these are kind of crazy. These are a lot hard. Like, this is a lot more than just jumping over things. You know what I mean? I don't know how they do it, but I'm impressed.
When when you start losing in a single player game, you start to rethink your.
Yeah, you're like, wait, did I just lose to? I said, surprisingly, people don't know my actually favorite genre of like games isn't like I do enjoy obviously like 1v1 games, you know what I mean, where you're fighting to win or competitive games. But my favorite games are actually PvE games.
Okay. PvE
Like,
games, okay.
I like group games where you and your buddies have to figure out how to beat something. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I just love like where it's all like usually it's like a group of you and you have a boss and you guys have to hold your own and people have to pull their weight. I think that's hilarious. Best type of games.
Yeah. It's like Left 4 Dead.
Yes, like Left 4 Dead stuff. That one's really fun. I can't think of it. There's a game I was thinking about, but it's pretty much like I love it when it's like a team thing versus a boss and then one of you dies and then now it's all over. Like now it just starts tumbling down, you know what I mean?
Sounds like a MOBA to me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That is not a PvE game.
Yeah. I'm probably the E in those games, I'll be honest.
Say, yo, no, don't stop, no, stop, don't be telling the truth out here. It hurts.
So I know what is it? I know you guys see my Pokemon. I'm actually probably gonna play Pokemon Unite in like the next like either today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
But big thing about MOBAs. All right, I've only watched League. I've only watched it, never played it.
Right.
Okay.
I probably played it like once. I don't
That's
know
a
anything
mistake.
about it.
Never play it.
Yeah. So like
yes.
So something to understand about MOBAs is I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I don't. I'm not a mobile player. I've only watched it.
At least you admit it.
So, I know what Blink is. That's about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But MOBAs, Pokemon Unite came out. They're talking about Pokemon. I'm like, it's on the Switch. I'm like, okay, I'll play it. Right, whatever. And then I noticed, like, oh, it's a MOBA. I know what MOBAs are. But then I noticed there's no items. I'm like, oh, it's an easy MOBA. This is for dumb people. Not really. But I was
No, not close.
I don't even have to think. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I played Heroes of the Storm. That one was easy. It was like a dumbed down League of Legends.
Yes,
and now
facts.
I'm playing Pokemon Unite, and I'm like, I have to do even less. I don't have to worry about my abilities. I don't have to worry about buying items. Leveling is pretty much easy. All I have to do, the game is very simple. It's about dunking. Okay, I don't have to think that much. And then I started the grind. I think I got to Veteran. I need to make my push for Masters or Ultra, whatever it is next. I've taken a break because I end up going to Apex because I try to do my Apex thing first.
Yeah.
It was whatever came closer, realistically. Like I did both games at the same time. But the thing about the MOBA or the thing about Pokemon Unite is I'm not a solo queue warrior, okay, boys? I'm not. It's not me. It's not me. I'm the 5 stacker, okay? I'm the 5 stacker.
Okay.
I am the 5
With
stacker.
the Discord
What about
call?
the 3 stack? What about the 3 stack?
No, so it's either 5 stack or it's a no go. Like, and the reason I say this, like I've done like probably 2 games. I don't know if you guys remember True Penguini,
Yeah.
but he's a similar player. Like me and Penguini, like we'll do 2 stacks sometimes. But it's just not the play because, man, the other 3 guys, bro, I don't even know if they're staring at the screen, dude.
I'm saying.
I don't even know if their Switch is connected at this point, dude. Like, bro, sometimes they leave the game, bro, and the bot is doing better. And all the bot's doing is following me. Like, that is crazy.
Yo, Weapon, it's a toss-up. It's a coin toss, right? So if you...
Bro, no, a toss-up's 50-50, bro. That's like a 75 to 25 when you're flipping that coin. That's like a bad coin.
Yo, MOBAs and team games are something else because we'll be 3 stacking in Unite or even 4 stacking randomly in a normal, and the one guy is enough to just I don't understand
the
like
whole team.
Yo, how you gonna call the lane at the beginning of the game and then you don't go to the lane? That makes no sense. How is it happen? It should not be happening in expert class 4 veteran. There's no way.
God.
There's no way. I'm playing in veteran lobbies all the time. It should not be happening up here.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, bro, is this a veteran lobby? You're not a veteran, bro. You're not. Dude. You're lying to me, bro. You're somewhere. You're a beginner somehow that got up here. I don't know. who carried you, but they lied to you.
Y'all
They
sound
lied.
like some
Not-
veteran MOBA players right now.
Yeah, so I
It
said,
made no
like,
sense.
so as a competitive player, it's in my blood to win, right? It's like I told the players like 2-3 years ago. Like I think it's almost been 3 years for Smash to come out, right?
Yeah. Wow.
When I started, someone asked me, "Weapon, what made you want to be good?" I don't have no amazing backstory, dude. It wasn't like my dad died and was like, "Be the best player you can." No, dude. I don't like losing.
Same.
That's it. I don't like losing. I'm a competitive man. What do you want from me? When you beat me, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go home and figure out how it doesn't ever happen again. If it's a team game and my boys are losing, I'll do my research. I'll learn the map. I'll learn what items I need. I'll learn what pushes I need, what rotations I need, everything. So the boys won't lose no more.
Mhm.
That's how far I'll go. You don't understand. I said, I get it. I don't look like I know what I'm doing, but I always do. I always do. Like, I do my research. So, like, when I'm playing these MOBAs, dude, like, this is my first MOBA I've ever played for longer than, like, 5 minutes, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, I learned the game. I understood it, what it takes. You know what I mean? I'm a competitive player. I'm like, hey, bro, Pokemon guys, nerf this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like that. But, like, at the same time, like, I will always be grinding to get better. That's my thing. I want to be the best. I think I play like a really aggressive players these days.
Mm-hmm.
I like in that game, and I'm always about like but I also do, I'm still a team man. You know what I mean? I'll move roles. I won't always be. A lot of time I'm the shot caller in my games, but a lot of times I'll switch.
So this is it's actually good you're on here because I actually wanted to ask you something, right? As someone who plays Smash and as someone who has like 3,000 hours, if not more, in that game, and who's always been used to just being the one character against someone else, how do you feel about losing? And you're not like it's not your fault, like you know what I mean, like you're losing because of something that's not in your control. Like how do you feel about that? Because as a fighting game player myself, primarily, right, like I like team games too, but it's like as a fighting game player myself, I hate it. Like I hate losing to something I have no control over. That's the appeal of Smash to me. That's the appeal of Guilty Gear, of Street Fighter, because when I lose I could just fix it, right? So how do you feel about this, Weapon?
You mean like in a mobile perspective?
Yeah, the mobile.
So,
like, yeah.
In a mobile perspective, you're correct to a degree, right?
Okay.
And I like to say it too. And the reason I say degree is you're not wrong, but there's a percentage of it that is covered by you and yourself. And the reason I say that
Absolutely.
is if you play out of your mind and you play perfect, sometimes you will lose because of someone else's mistake, right?
Right.
But if you play, and you'll see this in a lot of top players, they'll say, I remember I seen this, I think it came from an Apex player. I think it's Timmy. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's like a really big Apex player. But he said, expect that your teammates will never be better. Expect that they'll never get better.
Okay.
Expect that they will never be there. You know what I mean? So if they are there and they are helping you, it just gets better, right?
Right.
But don't expect them to be better. Like these guys, he was telling that to his stream, and he's saying, when you're playing public matches and you're just practicing, you need to be the best you can be, so that if it ever happens that you do have help, you're in the best situation you can be. So like when I play these MOBAs and I play these games, like it's something, and even I can make a comparison to Smash. I'll make in a second. But when I play these games, I try to play out of my mind. If someone dies and they make a mistake, I try to think in my head, how can I turn this around? Because I've done it before. I've been that guy in the games where your friends, all of them die, and you're the last one alive, and somehow you clutch it. I've been that guy, and not once, not twice, but multiple times. I've been the guy in like Warzone where it's a 1v3 and I've won it. I've been the guy in Apex and I've won it like that. Been the guy in Halo and I've done that. I've done it in tons of games. This isn't my first game. I'm a veteran gamer.
Right.
I'm not a guy that doesn't know what he's doing. I'm a guy that can figure it out on the go. So like when it comes to games like that, when you say like, oh, the loss is out of your control, I will do the best I can. If I lose, majority of the time, I always say majority of the time because I'm not perfect, I'll take the L and I'll say, we'll do better next time. There will be those times where, you have a guy where he just keeps doing the wrong thing every single time. And it's probably not one of your friends. It's probably a random in your group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're getting mad and you might lose your temper and be like, this guy's dog water. You know what I mean? But it's rare. Most of the times I'm thinking like, especially if I'm like, when I was playing with like Penguini, Like the team would make a mistake and they'd lose a whole like tower and they get wiped. And me and him would think of a plan to like somehow separate them. You know, push one lane, hide, and then go kill the other guys while they go try to save that lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And doing stuff like those little micro movements to help your team and to support them and like that. I think also if it's also your teammates like that, like the best thing to do is just tell them what they did wrong and say it. You know what I mean? Especially, I think the best thing too is if you do something wrong, say it immediately. Be like, "Oh, I made a mistake."
Yeah.
Because then it takes away that atmosphere of like I'm gonna get like everybody getting pissed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be a competitive gamer, if you want to win, you know, focus on winning. You know, be angry later.
I like that. I definitely believe in taking accountability, especially in a team game, right? I'll be the first one to say, you know, if I generally play support like a tank kind of role in that game, right? But Unite is also the first MOBA I've ever spent more than 5. Well, that's not true. I spent a lot of time, not a lot of time, but a lot of time in League just being bad, being absolutely atrocious. Right? And like in Unite, right? I actually feel competent in the game because it's like it's simpler, but it still takes pretty skillful if you ask me. At least have it game sense wise, right? So yeah, I'll be the first one to say, oh, I overextended here. Like, what am I doing? Or like I miss a telly completely because I input error, or I just make a misplay. You know, if we're going for Zapdos and I'm in too deep, or I get caught, or I got caught and I didn't even use ult. I'll be the first one to say it. You know, but it's just, yeah, it really does feel like that, right? With like, especially with the randoms, you know what I mean? Because I don't 5-stack. I mean, well, every now and then, yeah, I'll 5-stack, but usually it'll be like 3 of us, and if it's us 3, yeah, like I'm pretty civil with my friends, so I'll be like, yeah, you know, you could have done this, you know, you could have done that, but for me, I'm pretty hard on myself. I'm like my harshest critic, right? So if anything, maybe this is wrong, maybe it's not, but actually trying to fix my teammates, at least my friends, I don't know about the randoms, but trying to fix my friends is like the last thing I try to do. I try to play out of my mind every game, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, you know, but it's hard to not to feel robbed or just robbed when you're like 3-stacking and you're playing.
Yeah, that robbed feeling, I know it. When you like, you're like, so you might take your hand off your controller and you're like, if he just didn't do that, we won. You know what I mean? Or he's literally making this worse for everybody. And I know you like look away. It is what it is. It's
so much pain. And like when my friends do it, I know my friends are also playing their butts off. And you know, when they make a mistake, I don't ever legit get mad, or I'll be, if anything, I'll just be annoyed. But I'll never really. It's just. I can just see sometimes in the randoms play that they either just stop caring or let go with the controller, or they just make a decision that makes 0 sense. Like there's no logic behind it, right? And I'm just like, dude, what? Like, why am I in ranked right now? Like, you know, but it's part of the game, and I like your take on it too. I really just try to, like, hey, if this happens, stuff happens. Let's try to fix it, you know. But yeah, I definitely.
I think a safe number I'd give is like 80% of the time you could have fixed it yourself.
Okay.
20% of the time. It's not your fault. Like if like someone else, a random makes a mistake, 80% of the time you could probably still fix it if you're good enough. No. 20% of the time, 20% of the time, hold the L.
Take it from a veteran. You have that backwards. 80% of the time is their fault. If it's the random in the 5.
No, he's like looking at his desktop and it says league and it's in the center. Yes. Just like waiting to be opened. So here's a question I got for you guys. This is something I want to know from you guys. Mm-hmm. Is like, I've been doing it, but I'm still in like the early stages. So I just want to know your thoughts on this. Do you think it's possible to play more than one game at a high level and define a high level? If you say yes, is the question.
I say yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's possible. I don't think I'm at the level where I can do that. But yeah, that's definitely possible. I mean, it's like, if you look at some of the top players in like Street Fighter, they're freaking disgusting in other, like, multiple other games, not just Street Fighter. Like Justin was really good at, like, if you look at Justin Blong's channel on YouTube, he's been playing through all kinds of different games, and his yeah, and like his level of like knowledge in Marvel 2 is so high, but like in other games he's still, you know, winning tournaments and stuff. Same thing with like Infiltration. And so yeah, it's definitely possible. I just don't put enough effort into the game to do that.
I really do think you can play multiple games at a high level. It just depends, right? It depends on it depends how much time you have for sure. That's one thing, right? You can't just I'm just gonna be honest here. You can't be godlike without putting in the work, and the time gotta go somewhere. You know what I mean? If fighting games are your life, or competitive games, sorry, are your life, then it's just gotta show. You know, you can't just say it. Like it's gotta be who you are, and it's like a lot easier said than done. Like it is, right? If you're trying to be, really good in Smash, trying to play FPS at the same time, or maybe a random card game, it takes a lot of work, dude. And to answer your other question about defining high level, high level, a lot of people they'll throw it around, but are they really? They'll throw in like grinding or whatever, but are you really though? Like grinding means doing the research. It means studying your VODs, which is 100% a thing in 2021. There's no excuse now. You can watch replays, you can watch streams, you can like watch tutorials from pro players on YouTube. There's just no excuse anymore. I have all the resources, right? Like are you asking your opponent what you did wrong, right?
I feel like you're a little too veteran for that, Wes, because I think a lot of people don't know what it means to grind, and they put that in their bio, their Twitter, and they don't know what it really means to grind. They're not grinding properly, or they're not practicing. I think a lot of people say that, but they don't actually know what they're doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like someone like you, who is all Smash is you. That's you. You're TOing. You're doing the content right. You're putting in the work with Samus. Your hours speak for itself, right? Is grinding to people? Is it? What is grinding? What is grinding 2 hours on Wi-Fi? Like every now and then? Like it's not.
I'm grinding too.
And then going on Twitter and talking about that match. Like
it's just like I'm grinding every day. No,
what do you mean?
That 30-minute match? Woo! I'm tired after that, Greg.
Like that's why when I say this, right? Now you put that with, and then you ask the question again: can you play other games at a high level? Yeah, but it's easier said than done. You gotta think about that. You gotta do all that for one game, then you gotta do it again for something else. That's crazy.
Definitely, not something to overlook. Definitely, you're so right in the money, Wes. So right in the money on that one.
That's what I'm saying. Like hey man, if you don't understand what it means, it's okay, right? It's all right. I get it, right? You haven't been there yet, or like you just don't know, right? But I'm saying it. I'm just like, dude, like to be good in anything, right? Just got to put in the time. Right? You don't put in the time, and by putting in time, I mean really doing it. You can't expect results. This is facts.
It's good to hear. Some people.
If you guys can if you guys would be able to choose like at least just two games off the top of your head. What two games would you want to be like the highest competing level in?
Oh boy, this is embarrassing.
Good question.
Dota. Even though I've been playing it forever, I've never been at that high level. I gotta admit, I might talk a big game, but I've never been up there. But if I could, Dota and Smash.
All right,
that's what's up.
That's why I ran the tournaments. I'm not that good of a player, so I just said, hey. I'll sit on the sidelines and watch.
Support the community, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let me think. Marvel. I don't know which one. I like 2 and 3 a lot, but Marvel, and then probably Melee.
That is where it's at. I still watch that till this day.
But my hands are too old for that now.
If I were to pick, right, I think I love Strive. I'm loving Strive, dude. I legit like this game, right? And this is some like, as for the now, I don't know about in the future, but as for the now, yes, I would absolutely love to be at that level. I actually just recently made it to Celestial. I'm like proud of myself for that. Yeah,
I made it to nice job.
Is he actually grinding?
No. I made it to Celestial, but I'm gonna say no. No, yeah, I'm gonna say no. All right, I made it to the floor. That doesn't mean I didn't work for it, but it doesn't mean that competing is not my number one priority, not even close anymore. So the fact that I got it is just an accomplishment for me, right? Some people are like, yeah, if you just play long enough, you get to I'll tell you what, it took me 100 hours of playing. I was on 10th floor, the floor below it, for pretty much the majority of the time, and I got it. And I was like, dude, I take those. You know what I mean? I'm doing other stuff in my free time, right? It's just, but I'm pretty proud of that. So that would be the one of the games I would like to, be really, really, really good at. And one other game, man, competitively, what? Wait, am I gonna regret saying this? Should I say this? You know what?
Let me hear it.
I'm gonna say it, dude. I wish I could play Valorant at the highest.
Oh, I knew it.
I wish I could
dude.
say I wish
feel it on your tongue, dude.
I wish it. I've uninstalled the game about 3 times. I put it on Twitter, and then I actually reinstalled it the 4th time. I think
that's why I was thinking CS:GO. It was Valorant. That's what I was thinking of.
that's what. Yeah, I just
I knew it.
I'm just not that good at the game, and it hurts, but it's just I'm not. It's the. Not only do I get mad at the randoms I play with, but the truth is, there's some games where I'm ridiculous, and there's some games where I'm the worst FPS player in the world, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm just like, dude, I didn't counter strafe. My cross replacement was bad. My spray was bad. My utility was bad. Sometimes I'm just like, but I'm so fascinated with the game because when it works as a team, it's beautiful to me. That at least for that game, right? I'm sure people feel the same way about Unite or League of Legends or Dota, right? Mm-hmm. But to me, when it works in a tactical shooter, it's so satisfying. Right? So yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm gonna go Strive. I'm gonna go Valorant for right now.
That's fine. Strive is good. Strive, I know that game's really. I don't play it, but I know that game's really well made. Really well made. But Valorant, oof, that's I had that downloaded for 5 minutes, I think.
It's the hardest. It's the hardest FPS I've ever played. I'm not gonna lie. CS. If I played CS, that would probably be it. But I don't play CS, so to me, Valorant is. Oh man, it'll humble you. That's for sure.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Yeah. It's something different, but that's Riot. I think they're gonna try to take over because even their card game is well made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm over the Hearthstone days I had when I was in high school. I'm over it.
You played Hearthstone?
I'm over it, over and over it. Play that game for too much.
Yeah.
Too much. I don't know why I even tried to get in that game. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, I need to stop.
It's sad where it's at right now. They're blatantly play to win sometimes.
I'm glad I left. Oh gosh.
Oh man, but coming close to time, so I'm gonna wrap it up there. We learned a lot about Weapon today. He's a Hearthstone player. I had no idea.
Gross! Don't leave me.
It's on the record, boys.
What's that new game coming out? What's that called? I already forgot it. Nick All-Star, dude. That's what I'll be, dude. I'll retire as a SpongeBob main or something, dude. I don't care.
All right, so former Hearthstone player, SpongeBob main. It was great picking your brain about competitive mindsets and how you approach the games. It was great hearing about how the scene's coming together. I'm glad North and South CenCal is finally just CenCal. What else we talk about? Just the competitors. And it's great to hear it back from you, man. It's been too long. Been cooped up.
It's good to be back.
But that's the end of episode 42. Did you want to plug any social medias real quick?
I think everybody knows what my Twitch is. WeaponRaid, VII, and then my new Twitter is Wrath of the West for sure.
All right. So
if you guys want to see, sometimes I tweet things. Sometimes they're usually just clips of me duking on people, but it's okay. That's what you're in for.
That's the content.
Gotta love it.
All right. Well, catch you guys next week. See you later.